Hi there, it's David Duford at davidduford.com, where I help insurance agents like you become top producing insurance professionals. In this video, I'm going to specifically answer the question, why would one get involved in the insurance business? The reason I'm speaking on this subject is because I want to direct an informational video to people who have just gotten licensed and are looking to get involved in an insurance business and aren't 100% sure which direction they want to go to, or for those of you out there who are considering getting involved in selling insurance. Perhaps you've had somebody approach you, invite you to come learn more about their insurance sales opportunity, and you want to get a somewhat less biased perspective, potentially, on what the insurance business is really like, as well as what you can expect from the long-term and short-term benefits from it. The reason I can speak on this subject is because I've been licensed as a life insurance producer since 2011. I've also recruited agents nationally, over 500 plus from coast to coast. So I have experience both personally successful in the field selling insurance, as well as recruiting and training those agents who predominantly are new to insurance, just like you are. So let's talk about what I consider to be the top 5 reasons to consider a career, not just a job, but a career selling insurance, regardless of what kind of insurance you're selling. So the first one is work freedom. I think this is particularly important. Unlike a corporate environment where you're told to show up at a certain time, where you're told to work with people you may not be happy about working with, under a circumstance where you may not be entirely convinced or sold or in love with the company or products that you're representing. The great thing about selling insurance is that you have total autonomy. Well, maybe not total autonomy, but near total autonomy in most circumstances. You choose how you want to work. You choose what you want to sell. If you like the idea of selling something like life insurance, or you prefer selling annuities instead, you have that total decision power as to what you want to sell and how you want to do it. And the great thing is you have total freedom as to how you want to manage your own schedule. Nobody's going to be breathing down your neck 90% of the time to perform at a certain level, or that you have to do check-ins or complete endless levels of reports and paperwork. In this profession, you're totally free to do as you please, and as much activity as you please as well. So if you value the idea of work freedom, if you value the idea of being able to determine your own schedule and who you want to work with and the type of career arc that you want to follow, it really is entirely in your hands when you are involved in the insurance sales business. Number 2 is there is a definite strain, not strain really, and definite level of entrepreneurship that's required in this business. If you feel that you've always wanted to own your own business, if you feel you've wanted the benefits of entrepreneurship, such as freedom, work freedom, like mentioned, the ability to make the income that you want to make, the insurance business absolutely offers it. It doesn't necessarily seem like it does on the surface. It's not like you're starting a brand new restaurant or you're getting involved in necessarily a franchise operation. But in every other way, insurance sales is essentially entrepreneurship, meaning you decide who you want to work with, you decide how you want to work, you create your own business plan, you partner with insurance companies to offer their products, and you design a plan of action to take immediate action on, to go out and see people, sell them insurance, and help them with their insurance-related problems. So if you're like me, I'm very entrepreneurial, always have been. I owned a personal training business before getting involved in the insurance sales business. And although it's a little bit different, the great thing is that spirit of entrepreneurism is absolutely alive and thriving as an insurance professional. So if you thrive under those circumstances, or think you would, insurance sales is going to be the place to be. Number 3 is that insurance, bottom line, is an enormous market in most of the markets that you get involved in. And this is important because a lot of people come up with great product ideas. And the biggest problem with these product ideas or even service ideas is that the market of what they think should be there really isn't. Whereas with insurance, the great thing is that many of the products and the sales systems that you'll eventually research if you continue on with this process have already been vetted. They've already been proven to be out there. And all that many of these agencies that you work with, like in my own, I know there's a lot of people who need to buy final expense insurance or who would be interested in financial products like annuities. All we need are agents to take the plans and to basically put them to work, because we know people are literally sitting out there waiting for somebody to show up to help them with their insurance needs. And it's not just annuities or final expense. It can be other products like mortgage protection insurance, It can be Medicare. Millions upon millions of people are needing Medicare supplemental coverage or Medicare Advantage plans. And that number is going to double inside of the next 20 or 30 years. Also term insurance, group life insurance. There's growth along most segments for insurance products, not just in great times, but in bad times too. Again, insurance gives peace of mind, especially with certain financially related insurance products that can prevent downside market loss when the stock market goes down. So there's a great market for insurance. And the great reason, the reason that's important is because it allows you the ability to talk to a lot of people. Because in the insurance business, it's a numbers game predominantly, meaning you got to talk to a lot of people and you got to see what their financial situations is, do a lot of interviews, presentations, and that's how you make sales. Whereas if you sell some esoteric product that doesn't really have much of a market, doesn't matter how great it is, if you don't have enough people to talk to be profitable, it's all for naught. Number 4 is the ability, and this is really important, to earn passive income. Passive income is something that a lot of entrepreneurs are hot on. The idea of passive income is very simple. The idea is you make money when you don't necessarily have to work to get it. You've earned it up front somewhere along the lines, and as long as you continue that successful business relationship, you continue to earn money. Insurance is the original passive income business. If you're looking for a passive income lifestyle, in many cases, it's not a short-term solution, but it takes a while, many years sometimes, to build a passive renewal-based income. I'll give you my story. I've been licensed, like I said, since 2011, selling life insurance, predominantly final expense life insurance. Eventually, after 2 or 3 years, final expense is a first-year driven product, nothing wrong with that, but I wanted to build a passive income stream. So I started to recruit agents to teach them my craft, how I was successful, and to train and mentor them. 5 years later, after starting, I now make all of my income, pretty much all of it, predominantly from a passive income, from the earnings, or what we call overrides, coming in from my agents who've worked with me, as well as my passive income that I've accumulated through the products that pay a passive income, albeit small, not as good or not as large as my actively producing insurance agency. So it's nice. I don't have to go out into the field. I don't have to personally produce anymore. Again, this may be your goal, it may not be your goal. There's products where you don't have to recruit. If you don't like the idea of management, you can sell Medicare supplements, property and casualty, car insurance are predominantly renewal-based income, so you can build a great book of business, and it is realistic with enough time and dedication to have a 6-figure income without ever having to get out of your bed. You know you're going to earn it as long as you keep the business on the books. So if passive income is something you like the idea of and it sounds good to you, then I highly recommend looking at the insurance business very seriously and exploring the different products that allow for that the most easily. And number 5, really kind of related to passive income, is wealth and prosperity. Now, I want to differentiate, I think, on an important point. When I say wealth and prosperity, what I mean by that isn't necessarily the money. Of course, money and income is why we get involved in this business, and it's a great thing. But I can tell you now what I didn't see when I originally started in this business is that wealth and prosperity are more than just money. It's also time. It's also the quality of the time that you have, the freedom that you get from the effort that you put in early on in your career. I'm at a position right now where I'm effectively like semi-retired, and I'm young. I'm not even 40. And the only reason that I've gotten to this point is because I put in the hard effort and stuck with it, failed out of the business at one point early on in my career, and I've gotten to leverage the fruits of my labor. And it's not like I'm some sort of, maniacal genius over here. It's because that I've committed to the process of what really was spelled out to me well in advance when I first got started. So I say all this because you can see and achieve prosperity. You can buy things, you can invest, you can have a great income, you can free yourself from active work in order to make that income, and you can get the wealth of life. That's the great thing about insurance, is that it's more than just a job. It's more than just a career. It can free yourself to do so much that you would not normally be able to working for somebody else. Even working in an entrepreneurial situation, insurance is just entirely unique. And, one thing that I would recommend is I do a lot of YouTube interviews talking to top producers, and they will essentially convey this same point in their interviews about the kind of lifestyle that they've earned from their investment and time put in. I hope you enjoyed these 5 tips. Again, to summarize: work freedom, entrepreneurship, enormous market opportunity, passive income, and wealth and prosperity are all the greatest reasons why selling insurance is a great opportunity. And I'll invite you to go to my website to learn more at davidduford.com. If you want to see how my mentorship program works with helping agents who want to sell final expense, annuities, mortgage protection, Medicare supplements, click the link that says Join David's Agency, and then you get all the information about how the programs work that you can view at your leisure. Also, make sure you subscribe, like my video, and share this with anybody who's new to the business or thinking about getting into it so they can get some firsthand commentary about how this business really is. And feel free to leave a comment or question below. I'll be happy to help you. My name is David Duford at davidduford.com. Thanks for watching. See you.